Welcome back once again to the Imaginary Gallery. It's TJ, your host. And this is actually part 2 of the grand finale, which is referenced again from Jackson MacKenzie's book, Psychopath Free, Recovering from Emotionally Abusive Relationships with Narcissists, Sociopaths, and Other Toxic People. Once you've been discarded, Jackson tells us, which you've probably experienced or you will experience, triangulation again. This occurs after you've been replaced or you're about to be replaced, but they will dump you regardless. One of their favorite techniques is, even though they've already secured their next source of supply because they wouldn't have dumped you if they hadn't, but again, this is all secret insider information they will not share with you. They'll probably try to pass off that I've just decided to not date anyone. I've just decided to be with my parents. And they'll make up stuff like this, which is total lies, because they're with their new one. But once it's broken up with you and told you it's over, and of course, if you've said it's over, it never counted because they'd be right back at your front door with something to act like it's not true or serious. But when the psychopath monster has said it's over, it's over. Guess what? The creature is not done with you yet. Their favorite time to triangulate is right after the breakup. This occurs, of course, after they've changed their relationship status to single on their social media. You will think that things just couldn't get any worse. Your friends will be calling you up saying, "How are you doing?" But you won't be able to focus on anything except this ex-partner. You'll be looking through their pictures and it'll make you feel sick, but you keep doing it anyway. You'll scroll through the old memories, impulsively deleting what you can, and then immediately regretting it. And then you'll see it. A few days after this breakup, they start posting pictures of themselves with some new person, someone you've never seen. And they make no effort to hide this conquest. In fact, it feels like they're showing it off. They obviously feel no embarrassment, because they don't have any. And there's no guilt, remorse, or shame because, again, they don't have any. But you'll have curiosity. It's going to get the best of you. So you'll start snooping around, peeking around. And then you'll eventually discover that this new target has actually been interacting with your monster for quite a while. In fact, they've been joking around subtly, flirting on social media. But you never seem to notice. In fact, you were probably completely focused on this monster you were dating. Before you know it, their relationship status changes. And all their friends are saying, "Oh, congratulations," and they're posting pictures of their two fake smiling faces together. Ha! And, "Oh, you look so good together." Oh, whatever. And then you figure out that they've clearly known this new partner for quite a while. It's not like it just happened yesterday. While you were written off as the crazy ex, the next target was already preparing to take your place. All the friends will be congratulating this happy couple. The fan club of the flying monkeys of the psychopath cheers them on, clapping louder than ever before. Their hero has found the latest love of his or her life. Now, after the breakup and triangulation, the cluster B monster feels an immense amount of superiority, which you could read as supply. This is when they are truly at their best, glowing with energy, as they watch you fall from grace. They put this newest target on display because they want you to know about it. They're waiting for your reaction. And if you don't react, they'll invent an excuse or reason to talk to you, making sure that the latest profile picture is displayed front and center. Many times the monster will use pointless requests as an excuse to get your attention. For example, they may say they want to return a piece of clothing that you left over at their home, or a CD or a DVD, something that any normal person would just forget about. They'll adopt a calm, patronizing demeanor, talking down to you. They will minimize everything that happened, as if they're some kind of relationship guru, because they're happy and you're single. During the whole conversation, they'll take on a very arrogant, I'm in charge sort of attitude. After the breakup, they're obsessed with being the calm and superior person, the winner. Once they have your attention, warning you not to create any drama. Instead of apologizing for their abusive behavior and their now obvious cheating, they make sweeping statements explaining that breakups are just difficult. They depersonalize the experience and speak down to you, as if they're in pity of you. They'll use fake pleasantry to come across as the bigger person. They'll wish you all the best, playing it off casually, making it seem like it's just an everyday kind of breakup. If you don't allow them the post-breakup superiority routine, they'll become extremely unpleasant. They do not want to talk about their infidelity or lies. They want you to idolize them in your memory. And do you remember how they gave you that silent treatment routine for days at the end of your relationship? Well, they still expect prompt responses from you. Otherwise, you're labeled as bitter and jealous. And ain't that the truth? If you feel like punching a wall by this point, you're in good company. The next part is the emotional abuser's trap. These monsters are experts at flattery and charm. Although it feels amazing at first, this idealization is actually responsible for most of the damage when this relationship comes crashing down. They've set a trap, and it's this trap that no unsuspecting victim could ever hope to escape from. Number one, by idealizing you, this creature can expect this attention and adoration to rebound very quickly. Their love bombing ultimately results in a very quick bond, one where you fall fast and give back all the love you're receiving. In your mind, this individual truly becomes the most passionate, perfect soulmate you could ever imagine. You feel and express this love on a daily basis. Number two, you share your excitement about this relationship with all your friends and family. Many times they already have a front row seat for this constant flattery. Sites like Facebook ensure that the mutual idealization is visible to the world. It feels good to have our egos stroked and ignited by all of this public praise. Number three, the emotional abuser slowly begins to back away. At first it's subtle, you can't quite put your finger on it, but something feels different. They don't text or call quite as much. They seem a little less interested. You kind of feel like a chore, and they start being late to see you. However, due to what's described in paragraph 1 and 2 above, you are determined to continue this idealization. You ignore the one worsening behavior and actually idealize them further, hoping to restore your dream. You don't want to be like the crazy ex. You want to be easygoing and forgiving. Number 4, you continue to tell your friends, family, and self just how amazing this partner is, even though the relationship is getting progressively worse. You're sure that enough love and positive energy will fix it all. At this point, the creature can do whatever it wants, and you'll continue to speak highly of it. Number 5, the creature's abuse becomes much worse. The triangulation begins. You're punished through silence and criticism. You're called crazy and hypersensitive. and eventually you're abandoned. Throughout all this, you continue your desperate attempts to save this relationship. You find yourself crying, pleading, and denying reality. This person has become your entire life. You have nobody to reach out to for help because they all believe that your relationship's perfect. Number 6. After the abandonment, you begin to put the puzzle pieces together. You discover psychopathy through Google search or a YouTube search. And you start thinking, oh my God, this is uncanny. The more you learn, the angrier you become. Everything falls into place. You're validated beyond belief, and your truth has changed forever. Number 7, the trap. No one believes you. After all your enthusiasm about this wonderful relationship, it doesn't make any sense. How could you have been the victim of abuse? You were happy. You were elated. Your partner was amazing and treated you so great. You even said it yourself. If things were really so bad, why were you always praising them instead of being a victim? You sound crazy, bitter, and unable to handle rejection. And this is what they call the emotional abuser's trap. They groom you and to shower them with praise and adoration, so you effectively checkmate yourself once the abuse begins. Survivors often find their own friends taking the side of the abuser, flying monkey. It's devastating, and this trap is the final nail in the psychopathic coffin. To avoid this, do not try to defend or explain yourself to anyone. Yes, you need to share your story, but you need to share it with people who know what you've been through. Stick to recovery forums and journals and YouTube videos. If you seek out therapy, be sure the therapist understands the mind games of manipulation. He or she must be familiar with the cluster B personality disorders, which includes borderline, narcissistic personality disorder, histrionic, antisocial, whatever. Otherwise, you may just experience more victim blaming. You don't need somebody telling you to, oh, just get over it. Or, breakups are a hard part of life. You need somebody who will help you get out of this hell and set you on a path to peace. You're not crazy. You're not bipolar, insane, hypersensitive, jealous, or needy. You're a survivor of emotional abuse, and you can escape this trap. Just remain calm, patient, and always kind to yourself. Someday you'll be able to talk about this experience eloquently and believably. Don't worry about convincing others of your story at this moment. This is exactly what the creature is hoping for. By putting you on the defensive when you're at your most damaged, you will end up looking guilty and unstable. So say farewell to those games. You're not alone. Share your story with people who get it, and slowly you'll find that this nightmare becomes nothing more than a strange, distant memory. The psychopath does not matter. It's the subsequent recovery journey that changes everything.
Hi, I'm new to the dating world. I haven't dated anyone in the longest time. There was just something about your picture that I liked. I hope that maybe we could have a good time together. Oh, I'm not interested in sex. Oh no, I care more about the person. I don't have sex. In fact, I'm a virgin. I'm afraid to have to tell you that, but I'm a virgin. I like to go to church and I like to pray. I'm really kind of a down-home type of gal. I've never had a serious relationship. If someone told you I dated them, he's lying. Oh, him? Did he tell? Oh, he's lying. He's just telling you that because I turned him down. Fine, if you want to believe him, you know what? Forget it. We don't need to date each other. Besides, I'm pregnant and it ain't yours.
And don't let me hear you talking about how you couldn't trust me. I did what I did to you because I needed to. Doesn't count. So, if you're not going to help me, and he's not going to help me, I'm sure I'll find someone who will. I'm going to stand out in the street and put my thumb out.
I am the Narcopath, and you're not.
Attention passengers, you are on Transgender Airlines. Only those of you who would like to change your gender identity are welcome. So if you don't want your boobs cut off, or a cock placed in your Virginia, please step forward now. This is Transgendered Airlines.